This crochet pattern is absolutely amazing, not just because of how it looks when it's finished, but because of how it makes you feel while you're creating it. There's something deeply comforting about holding a hook in your hand, feeling the yarn glide through your fingers, and watching a simple strand slowly transform into something meaningful. Crochet has always been more than a craft. It's a quiet conversation between patience and creativity, between the heart and the hands. I remember the first time I saw a pattern like this. It wasn't in a fancy shop or a glossy magazine. It was in a small living room, late in the evening, where the lights were low and the air felt calm. Someone sat quietly by the window, yarn resting in their lap, hook moving gently, rhythmically, almost like breathing. The piece they were working on wasn't finished yet, but even then, it was beautiful. Every stitch held intention. Every loop felt like a promise. This crochet pattern carries that same energy. From the very first chain, it invites you into a story. The foundation row feels simple, almost humble, but that's how all good things begin. One stitch at a time, you start building something that will soon have shape, texture, and personality. The pattern doesn't rush you. It encourages you to slow down, to enjoy the process, to feel proud of each completed row. As you continue, you begin to notice the rhythm. Your hands learn what to do even before your mind tells them. The hook dips, pulls, loops, and slides. Yarn becomes fabric. What once looked complicated now feels familiar, even friendly. This is where the magic of crochet lives, not in perfection, but in progress. What makes this pattern truly amazing is how versatile it is. Whether you're using soft cotton, cozy acrylic, or luxurious wool, the design adapts beautifully. Light yarn gives it an airy, delicate feel. Thicker yarn adds warmth and depth. Every color choice changes the mood completely. Soft neutrals feel calm and timeless. Bright shades bring joy and energy. Deep tones feel rich and elegant. The same pattern, yet 100 different personalities. There's a quiet confidence that grows as you work through it. At first, you might check the pattern often, counting stitches carefully, making sure everything lines up. But soon, you trust yourself more. Your hands remember the steps. Your eyes recognize the shape forming. Mistakes, when they happen, don't feel like failures. They feel like lessons. Crochet teaches you that it's okay to unravel and try again. Nothing is ever truly wasted. As the pattern unfolds, texture begins to appear. Raised stitches catch the light, gentle curves soften the edges. You can feel the design even with your eyes closed. This is one of the most beautiful things about crochet, how it speaks to the senses. The sound of the hook clicking softly, the feel of yarn warming in your hands, the sight of rows stacking neatly on top of each other. This crochet pattern has a way of pulling you into the moment. Time seems to slow down. Worries fade into the background. Your breathing becomes steady. There's peace here, in this small, repetitive movement. In a world that often feels loud and rushed, crochet gives you permission to pause. As you reach the middle of the project, excitement begins to grow. The piece is no longer just an idea. It's real now. You can hold it up, turn it around, imagine how it will be used. Will it be a gift? A decoration? Something for yourself? Whatever its purpose, it already carries your energy, your care, your time. This pattern works beautifully for the home. Draped over a chair, it adds warmth instantly. Folded neatly on a shelf, it brings texture and charm. Used daily, it becomes part of life, touched, loved, and appreciated. Handmade items have a soul that store-bought things simply can't replace. There's also something deeply emotional about finishing a crochet piece. The final rows feel different. Each stitch carries a mix of pride and nostalgia. You remember the beginning, when it was just yarn and hope. You remember moments when you worked on it late at night or early in the morning. Crochet captures memories quietly, stitch by stitch. When you fasten off the yarn and weave in the ends, there's a sense of accomplishment that's hard to describe. You made this with your own hands, from nothing with yarn and patience. This crochet pattern doesn't just give you a finished object, it gives you confidence. And the beauty of it is that this pattern welcomes everyone. Beginners can take it slow and learn as they go. Experienced crocheters can enjoy the flow and add their own creative touches. You can modify it, expand it, simplify it. Crochet is personal, and this pattern respects that. This is the kind of pattern that becomes a favorite, the one you return to when you want comfort, the one you teach to someone else, the one that reminds you why you fell in love with crochet in the first place. It doesn't demand perfection, it celebrates effort. Every stitch in this pattern feels intentional. Nothing is wasted, nothing is rushed. It's a gentle reminder that beautiful things take time, that slowing down is not a weakness, that creating something with love is always worth it. As you admire the finished piece, you realize that the real magic wasn't just in the design, it was in the journey, in the calm hours spent creating, in the calm it brought to your mind, in the joy of watching something grow under your hands. This crochet pattern is absolutely amazing because it connects you to tradition, to creativity, to yourself. It reminds you that your hands are capable of making beauty, that patience can be rewarding, that simple tools can create extraordinary things. And long after the yarn is cut and the hook is set aside, the feeling stays with you. The warmth, the pride, the peace. That's the true gift of crochet. And that's why this pattern will always be special.